Here is my 2-year-old toddler's Montessori playroom. Previously this had just a bunch of toys in it, and it was so chaotic that I could not keep it clean. I needed a method, and she just started a new Montessori school. She's one of the younger ones in her class, being 2, and I did a lot of research, and since then I have been a busy woman. First off, I noticed, at the Montessori school that she goes to, they say the Pledge of Allegiance, and of course we have to have an American flag. She recognizes it. She knows to put her hand over her heart. We don't let it touch the ground. We respect the flag. Also at her school, she of course recognizes the alphabet, so I've hung that up on the walls, just more or less so that she can recognize it and we can work on that. Also, she absolutely loves to paint, so I display her artwork on the wall. She loves to take them down when guests get here and show them, and she can reach them, so she just gets them down and hangs them back up. Here I have a little calendar. It was $2, and it's actually a bag, but A is for apple, B is for ball. You can stick the little items where they go, and you can't mess it up because they're attached. D is for duck, and so on. So that's really fun. And then of course, those of you who are wearing Montessori, I have her mat, which she's really good about learning to get her mat first off before she gets an activity to work on. And I have 2 shelves, and I've tried to organize them best I can. And I alternate the activities. Right now I have most of my activities out, just because I'm trying to see what interests her most, and then kind of get rid of the things that she's not interested in yet, and I'll come back to those later. Sorry about the sun kind of being in our way here. I'll start over here with, this is a Melissa and Doug Shapes wooden box here. Pretty self-explanatory. Here I have the stackable, I guess, cup top 1 through 10 here. Here I actually got these thinking that they were just butterflies, but she likes to carry them around like a bouquet, so it's just something kind of she can come up and organize and put back in there. Here I have the difference between large and small, and I've just taken a couple of cups, a tall one and a short one, and I've cut some straws, and she organizes small and large. She likes that activity. It's cheap, free, can make it with anything. Here I have some tweezers that I've taken, and some little animals here I got at a craft store, and we transfer from one side to the next here. She gets down and really focuses on this one. These are some tweezers that are a little difficult for her to use, so it's kind of challenging. Of course, the shapes. This is also Melissa and Doug. This is another homemade item that I've made with buttons. I put the colors in here, and she matches the colors with the colors of the buttons. Here I just bought a wooden box here and some craft different sized balls here, and she takes the scoop, and this is the large cup and the small cup, and she just transfers them, and while focusing on transferring, she also puts the large in the large and the small in the small. So there's that. This is a Melissa and Doug learning to thread. We just thread the different shapes. This, I have just 3 different plastic little shot glasses actually, and different shapes. The heart goes with the heart, and I've just taken the heart and actually just taped it to the bottom here so that she knows that that's where this one goes. And the same thing with the square, and the star. Here, she loves this one, and I've taken just different random items that I had at the house. A baseball, a bunny rabbit, a lemon, a necklace, an apple. And I'll take these flashcards and I'll lay them out, each item. And she matches the items, the bunny with the bunny, with the horse with the horse, the necklace with the necklace, and some other. And I'm actually a dental hygienist, so I happen to have an x-ray lying around of my teeth. So, look at that root canal on number 30. Fantastic. So, that is that activity that she loves. She really likes this one. And we can play it several different ways by matching, and then I can say find the horse, find the necklace, and both by putting them up. And she's really good at that one. Here are some more wooden puzzles that help with the 3-finger grasp. Blocks, of course, so she can get creative. She loves money right now, so of course she can learn the penny, dime, quarter, nickel. You can look at them, touch them, feel them, talk about them, that sort of thing. This was a gift that we got, and these are just oddly shaped here, and you have to stack them, and it can be kind of difficult here because you really have to think about this. So right now she's just kind of playing with these. This isn't really something that she knows how to do. She can do this, but it's a little challenging for even adults. So that's just kind of a fun wooden activity. Here's one that I've made. It's graphing rocks I've seen on another YouTube site. And these are just rocks that I had lying around. You can go outside and get your own rocks wherever. And we start with 1, and then we go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And this helps her, of course. It's a math activity. And this activity is just some rice. Move it around here, and I've put different objects in here. She feels for the objects. This is a little teddy bear, and I've traced them. This was from a Monopoly game, a small little house. And she digs for these items and puts them away. She loves this one because she loves to feel the rice and dig for the item and find it and put it where it goes. So I've just traced these items here. This is a pouring activity that evidently someone did not clean up. With a spoon, 2 wooden bowls that I had. Pretty simple. I'll get back to that later. Okay, that is one Montessori shelf. And over here, sorry it's so sunny, she loves to paint, so I have all of her paints and paint brushes here. She can come and grab this and say, you know, tell me that she wants to paint. She's actually been even stacking these colors. And so I have this displayed. These are very, very inexpensive, very cheap. Going to Walmart, getting some paint samples, and then I just cut the color, and you match the color with these. And it also helps. She cannot quite push this yet. She doesn't quite have that strength yet. So this is one I'm going to have to take away for a little while and get back to at some point. But this is a really neat activity that's very inexpensive that I've also seen on YouTube. These are vegetables and fruits, and we just get them out and name them. And we work with these wooden tongs. It's very neat. We can talk about the fruits, the vegetables, and she can work on the tongs. She can stir them. The wooden appliances are very Montessori friendly. Here, I get this in the shade. I've also taken the paint sample from Walmart or any paint store, and I have these colors, these crafts, different shapes. We can talk about the shapes, the heart, the square, and organize them accordingly. That's really cheap. Here I have another wooden tray and the different shapes. I'm trying to make this quick because I have several more to go through. These are just the squishy foam shapes, and I've just taped these to all the squares, and she likes to organize those. She really likes to play with the foam. Kind of the same concept here, only with the animals. This is her most favorite activity, Play-Doh. Of course, I have the different colors of Play-Doh. I swapped them out. They have different animals here, a fish, butterfly, and a rooster. And then I have different shapes of the cookie cutters. The small, medium, and large we've talked about. And I can do the colors, and we stack them. This is a heart, and just a few that I had around the house. And then a wooden cutting board. I also have a roller where she can roll out the Play-Doh. Trying to go through this quickly. Let's see. This is all the 3 Mr. Potato Heads. So she enjoys taking or putting the potato heads together. Here is a Melissa and Doug activity, and these are wooden. I think there's 6 of them, 2 on each side, or 1 on each side, sorry, and just different shapes here. This is really neat. She's kind of young for this one right now, but I'm just looking ahead for activities coming up. This one I also got at a craft store. Of just taking a piece of paper and put inside a little protector sheet here to where she can go through and organize accordingly. And she loves stickers, so I've started saving paper towel and toilet paper. And she can, the holders, and she can put stickers on them, and she likes to look through them. She thinks that's fun, so that's just something neat, little activity. This is a Melissa and Doug, all of the different instruments here, the maracas, tambourine, we know what they are, we talked about them. I've added a couple of noisemakers here that she can do on her own, little flapper, different things like that. So those are my 2 Montessori shelves with the ideas here. Hopefully that gives you some ideas that you can make at your house. I have several more that I want to make. But this is her Montessori room, and I have a little kitchen over there for her with some more books and a couple of toys that are not necessarily that educational. This one has keys with it. We got this one at Target. It's a critter clinic. It was a gift, and she color coordinates the keys and opens the doors. She has been doing this one for a really long time and is really good at it actually. So she loves doing that. She'll take the animals out of this and put into there, and she of course loves to practice cooking. Excuse that cord, it's not always there. So this is my toddler's toy room. One last thing, I mentioned she loves to paint. I have started her an album here of all of her artwork so that she can go through and just look back and remember what she painted. And this was her first day of school. She'd put some stickers on there and folded the paper, things like that. So this is her little art book, and I display her art all the time. She's very proud of her art, and so are we. So this is her Montessori room. I also saw this, on YouTube, where you've taken a little doggy gate. There goes my little doggy now. And just taken some ties and attached to there. And she has her little stool, and she sits and draws there. So it's actually up. She doesn't have to sit and put it in her lap. So that's just kind of a neat way to display those. And I think that's it. I usually always have some music playing for her. Excuse my desk over here. So anyways, this is Demi's and Bristol's Montessori room.